Good morning, everyone. I'm Sonam Chandrakar, and I welcome you all to the 238 Saturday webinar brought to you by Manage CIA, Hyderabad. Before we move ahead, a quick introduction about us. Manage CIA is a national level agribusiness incubator supported by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare under the RKVY-RAFTAAR scheme. Our mission is to nurture agri-startup by providing mentoring, funding, capacity building, and helping them scale their innovation for greater impact. Every Saturday, we bring you insights and learning session that support startup entrepreneur in the agri and allied sector. As a part of our ongoing efforts to build awareness and understanding of a key government scheme for agri startups, we have dedicated this series to highlight programs that can support innovation, infrastructure, and growth in the agriculture sector. Today, we are focusing on a pivotal scheme, the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Launched in August 2020 by the Government of India, and the scheme enables agri entrepreneurs, FPOs, cooperative startups, and other stakeholders to access medium and long-term loans at subsidized interest rates with the credit guarantee support. AIF play a transformative role in reducing wastage, enhancing value addition, and improving market linkage across India's agri ecosystem. On this short note, we will begin the session. Now, I will invite my colleague, Ms. Tina Paul, to introduce our first speaker.
Thank you, Sonam. It's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Ms. Yashi Singh. Ms. Yashi Singh is a seasoned consultant currently working with the Central Project Management Unit under the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers. With over a decade of experience in agriculture research and project management, Yashi has specialized in molecular trading, bioinformatics, and next generation sequencing. Her academic foundation includes MPhil in biotechnology with a focus on bioinformatics and a postgraduate certificate in biosciences from Sheffield Hallam University. She has contributed to high impact research projects including QTL-based rice improvement and SNP chip development, and has worked with prestigious institutions like National Institute on Plant Biotechnology and NABARD Consultancy Services. With this short note of introduction, over to you, ma'am.
Hello, thank you all for having me here. My name is Yashi Singh, and I represent the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. It's an absolute honor to speak to a wide variety of audience like this, and who have an special interest in the area that has so much potential for transforming agriculture, which is infrastructure development, and for which I want to heartily express my gratitude to manage. So, I would like to begin by sharing this presentation that I have made. I hope it's visible to all. Hold on a second, please. Can everyone see this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So why was Agriculture Infrastructure Fund created? Because we must all be aware that while India sits among the top in the agriculture production, our post-harvest losses are equally high. Annually, we lose about 10 to 15% of grains and 25 to 35% of horticulture produce during the farm to table journey, which approximates to almost rupees 1.5 lakh crores and is comparable to GDP of a small country. So these losses can largely be attributed to the inadequate infrastructure like storage facilities, transportation networks, insufficient packing infrastructure, limited access to markets, and weak supply chains. Another factor is the over reliance on the intermediaries. We have far too many intermediaries, which not only increases cost but also increases these losses. Apart from that, while there are many
Sorry,
financial,
ma'am, to interrupt. Can you make it as a slideshow?
this is a slideshow.
Oh,
I'm on
no.
slideshow.
Okay, can you make it as a full screen because it's not visible to us, the
Let me
slide?
share again.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible now?
Yashi, what I suggest is it is visible, but maybe you need to launch in full screen mode.
Sir, I am on the full screen mode. I am in the slideshow mode right now.
Yes, but then uh, what is visible to us is not only your major slide, but all the slides are visible to us on the left slide. So which means that uh, uh, I mean you need to launch it in the slideshow mode.
Like I said, sir, I am already in slideshow mode. I suppose there is a lag in the
Okay,
connectivity.
yeah, maybe yes.
Okay, ma'am. No issue.
Maybe I can exit and join again if that would help.
Go
No,
ahead.
ma'am. No,
No
ma'am.
problem.
It's
Go ahead,
okay.
madam. It's okay. Go ahead, madam.
Yeah, in my case, what I suggest is till Yashi comes in, is that my presentation is already shared with Gina. So Gina can present from her end, and I will speak on that presentation. I hope this should be fine, Sonam.
Yes, sir. It's fine, sir. We will
Yeah,
share the
if you
presentation.
give the presenter rights to Gina,
Yes, sir.
she will be presenting the slides because I'll be speaking more than my
Hello
slide.
again. Can you make me the presenter so I can share again? Let me
Yes,
try
sir.
one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now you can share, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. So I've just turned on the slideshow. Is it visible to everyone?
No, ma'am, but we can go ahead.
All right, no problem. Let me just, I hope this is good enough.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So let me just resume. So, like I was saying, there are plenty of financial support available for production-related activities, but there is a significant gap when it comes to the long-term funding for post-harvest related activities. And compounding these issues is a reluctance to adopt modern technologies by our producers and processors. Despite the ongoing advancement in agriculture research, traditional practices still dominate, which hampers the sector's overall growth. So, moving on, considering these factors, the government of India has adopted a multi-pronged collaborative support, uh, which is inclusive to target the support to the farmer producer organizations, PACs, cooperatives, SHGs, entrepreneurs. And sustainability is also a key pillar. Initiatives now emphasize modern technologies, which focus on climate resilience, water use efficiency, and waste management. And also, considering we are living in a digital age, digital platforms for better access are also a main feature of those approaches. So, turning to the centerpiece of today's discussion, Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. It was launched in 2020 August under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. It's a 1 lakh crore initiative designed to create financially viable agriculture infrastructure projects across the country. It received approval on July 8th and was formally launched on August 9th of the same year. And since then, based on constant feedback and monitoring, several modifications have been made. AIF is open to a wide range of beneficiaries, whether you are an individual farmer, an agri entrepreneur, farmer producer organization, PACs, SHG, a large business like FMCG company, or even a state agency. You can benefit from AIF. This broad eligibility ensures that the scheme covers the entire agri value chain from small farmers to large enterprises and fosters collaboration across various stakeholders to address the infrastructure gaps in the system. AIF covers a broad range of eligible activities, primarily divided into two categories: post harvest management projects. These include storage infrastructure such as warehouses, silos, cold storages, essing units, pack houses, ripening chambers, and integrated processing centers. Integrated processing centers for primary and secondary activities, which means that if you take the raw material and convert them into value added products like flour and further process the flour into cookies, it qualifies as an eligible project. But if you are setting up a bakery unit making cookies from the maida, it won't qualify for AIF because it's a standalone secondary processing. Then supply chain infrastructure includes every stage of the supply chain from farm to market with logistic facilities, which include insulated and refrigerated vehicles. Additionally, AIF also allows eligible projects to install solar panels to reduce their energy cost and enhance sustainability. Under viable farming assets, high-tech agriculture projects like smart and precision agriculture and farm automation for drones, sensors, blockchain are also eligible. Then biostimulant production, farm harvest automations, remote sensing, Internet of the Things. Other than that, specialized agriculture techniques like hydroponics farming, vertical farming, aeroponics, polyhouse, greenhouses, and mushroom farming have recently been made eligible under AIF, including production and processing units for spirulina, sericulture, and honey. This wide scope of AIF ensures that it's not just about storage, but it's also about building a comprehensive modern agri-value chain. Now, AIF offers fourfold benefits. Most important and primary of that is interest subvention of 3% on loans up to rupees 2 crore rupees, which has a cap of 9% on ROI. That means banks cannot charge you more than 9% of interest rate. Credit guarantee is provided to beneficiaries under CGTMSE. It's a trust of micro and it's a trust for micro and small enterprises, and NAB Sanrakshan scheme for loans up to 2 crore rupees. And then each beneficiary is eligible for AIF benefits for up to rupees 2 crores in loans across 25 locations for 25 projects. With this flexibility, this scheme covers a lot of ground for project expansion. One of the top features of AIF is convergence with other schemes. AIF is like a cherry on the top scheme. If your project is eligible in any center or state capital subsidy scheme, then you can converge it with AIF to avail extra benefits of interest subvention on your remainder of the loan. It helps in reducing overall cost and makes the projects more viable. If we take a look at some of the schemes with which AIF can be converged, those are MIDH, which provides subsidy for infrastructure like cooling units, pack houses. Then PMFME, which provides 35% subsidy. Then SMAAM, which provides up to 40% subsidy for custom hiring centers. Then there is Gobardhan under Ministry of Jal Shakti, which provides assistance to set up Gobar biogas plants, bio-CNG plants. And then PMKSY, again for post-harvest infrastructure. Then AMI for warehouse and primary processing infrastructure. Then there is PAX's MSC scheme, which provides a loan at 4% to PAX. And after taking subvention from AIF, the effective interest rate comes down to 1%. Then similarly, we have RKVY, Operation Greens Top to Total. Under PM Kusum component A, B, and C, setting up of solar power plants on barren or infallible lands, and standalone solar pumps, and solarization of grid connected solar pumps is also eligible under AIF. And then under PMEGP, 35% capital subsidy for micro enterprises. Now, AIF has been made successful due to technology-driven implementation and end-to-end support. We provide a portal-based seamless system, which means that the application, registration, DPRs, online submission, and sanction and disbursement are all online on the AIF portal with no intermediary required and no fees of any kind of required. Whenever we receive an application, we process it within 2 working days, and banks have a limit of 60 days to make a decision on the application. We have over 1 lakh stakeholders which provide training and workshop or FPOs and SHGs and PACs. And we have almost 484 banks on board with 1 lakh plus branches. This support is made accessible to all by 3 email helplines and 16 state PMUs and a central PMU. We provide hand-holding support to the applicants, to the bankers, to the state officials. And for awareness creation and dissemination of information, we have conducted 15 state conclaves till now, 3 national conclaves, and 2 award ceremonies to felicitate the best performing states and banks. If we go through if we go through the AIF application journey, once the beneficiary registers and submits the online application on portal, it goes to the CPMU for verification, where we check that their activity is eligible and minimum 10% of promoters contribution is required. And after verification, it is automatically forwarded to bank for sanction and disbursement. PACs take a slightly longer route. After verification, it goes to DCCBs and STCB for 2-step verification more. And then NABARD sanctions the loan and DCCBs disperse the loan. If we take a look at the progress until now under AIF, we have almost 2 lakh applications on portal and sanctioned almost 1 lakh applications, which have moved almost rupees 1 lakh crore in the agri sector in project cost alone. Out of these, rupees 60,000 loans have more than 60,000 rupees crore have been already sanctioned, and 40,000 rupees crore have been already disbursed under AIF. If we analyze the AIF sanctions beneficiary wise, major portion is covered by agri entrepreneurs, followed by farmers. These agri entrepreneurs also include farmers who have turned to entrepreneurship by setting up their own value added infrastructures. And then infrastructure wise, processing units and warehouses are more in demand and more set up, followed by cold stores and custom hiring centers. Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh are our top performing states, followed by Punjab, Gujarat, and Karnataka. And bank-wise progress, if we see, State Bank holds a trophy, which have sanctioned most number of loans, followed by Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, and HDFC Bank. Now, these numbers and start translate into a significant transformation of agri landscape at ground level, which we can see that almost rupees 1 lakh crore has been mobilized. We have successfully set up 27,000 custom hiring centers, more than 20,000 primary processing centers, 15,000 warehouses, and these projects have added nearly 576 lakh metric ton of storage capacity to our nation's total storage capacity, which saves almost up to 21 lakh metric ton of food grains and 4 lakh metric ton of horticulture produce annually. Not only this, AIF has helped in generating almost 13 lakh employment opportunities related to agriculture sector. Now, these numbers have had quite an impact on strengthening agri value chain in the country, creation of modern and farming storage, value addition infrastructure to build large scale value chains. Then this AIF has also brought bringing in private sector investment facilitated by technology adoption and credit guarantee support. The value chains have improved, which have leveraged the economies of scale, reducing losses. Then integration of fragmented markets into value chain, which enables making links between farmers and consumers directly. Then the government is also promoting FPOs, and AIF support connects millions of these to produce to make large value chains, which resulting in a spur of innovation in the sector, which attracts young entrepreneurs and boost of economy. Now, AIF is not without any monitoring. We have done impact assessment of AIF. We have up until now we have taken a dual approach. Involving artificial intelligence based assessment using Apurva AI and conventional methodology done by AERC Pune in December 2023. One more impact assessment is going to come later in the year. Findings which we found out with these impact assessments are that positive impacts, reduction in post-harvest losses. We have resulted in improved price realization, mechanization, employment generation, higher income, and diversified source of income, which is always helpful. Enhance productivity and reduction in middleman dependence. And the challenges which we faced were technological and information gap, because the employability in agriculture projects is seasonal, so there is that, and lack of sometimes beneficiaries lack cooperation from private banks. So we are working to improve on that. Including the awareness of the scheme at ground level and capacity building of stakeholders. We have observed that up until now, 97 of the projects created under AIF are in rural areas, which promotes investment and employment opportunities. We have reported that farmers' income have increased up to 20%, and for 85% of the total units, the availability of AIF was the main reason for starting the unit. And 80% of the beneficiaries are first-time loan borrowers, which means that AIF is accessible and is available to the first-time borrowers, and there is less resistance to provide loans which do not have a loan history. And digital application process ensures transparency and follow-up at every step, whether it's verification, sanction, or disbursement, or interest subvention claim. And the mandatory 60 days loan decision time for banks ensures timely sanctions. If the banks do not sanction a loan within 60 days, then the beneficiaries get an option to change their banks after 75 days. Now, what lessons we can get from this AIF experience, which are that access to affordable finance is the key to transform the agriculture sector as we would like. Access to affordable finance is the key. There are so many fragmented financial options available, but long-term and sustainable financing is the most required. And in addition to that, capacity building also matters. We have to provide training and self-employment opportunities to make this a success. And for the government and for the government support and the bankers level support, hand holding support is required at ground level. It's not only crucial, it's the main thing that helps beneficiaries to come forward and adopt these practices, new practices, and to give in their trust to these kind of schemes. And last but not the least, technological and digital solutions, which always help small entrepreneurs, are always welcome. Now, future possibilities, if I must say, we have that we are always on top of learning and policy exchanges, and then joint ventures in agriculture value chains are always promoted. Strengthening partnerships between government and private agencies for inclusive economic development. And adaptation of AIF's financial model for promoting agriculture entrepreneurship is the way to go forward. In conclusion, I will say that with the large population and rising incomes, which is driving both domestic consumption and export of agriculture products, higher production and improved infrastructure are essential. Agribusinesses not only recognizes demand because for better price realization, but also for technological advancements and value addition, where various government policies are actively supporting this sector's growth, among which AIF provides the necessary financial support to bridge this gap. But to maximize its impact, it's crucial to focus on every potential beneficiary and crop to ensure that the support is provided and the benefits are optimized across the sectors. We are on verge of a new agriculture revolution, but it won't come from increasing the production, but it will come from preventing losses. And I urge all of you to champion the cause at your end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the detailed presentation where we talked about AF eligibility beneficiaries, feature like interest subvention, convergence, guarantees, project eligibility, and also how AI is providing technology-driven implementation and end-to-end support and key lessons from AI experience. So
Yeah.
now moving further, now I request participants, if they have any question, they can keep it in chat box. We will take question for after second speaker's presentation. So now I would like to invite my colleague, Mr. Arvind, to introduce our second speaker.
Thank you, Sonam. Hello, everyone. This is Arvind Singh Rao. It is my pleasure to introduce our today's esteemed speaker, Mr. Shantanu Pense, sir. He is a highly respected professional in the Indian banking sector with an impressive career spanning over 38 years at the State Bank of India. Sir most recently served as Chief General Manager at SBI Corporate Center in Mumbai, where he led the agriculture business and MSME financial inclusion, overseeing loan portfolios exceeding rupees 3.5 trillion. His leadership played a key role in driving digital innovation, launching customer-centric financial solutions, and strengthening collaboration with government bodies to expand financial services across the country. He also recognized at the national level for his outstanding contribution to the banking sector, especially in the area of rural finance and entrepreneurship development. After retirement also, he continued to support the financial ecosystem as an independent director at Moneybox Financial Limited and Countrywide Commodity Repository Limited to promote the inclusive growth. Thank you, sir, for joining us. We are truly honored to have you with us today. With this brief introduction of sir, now I would like to hand over this session to him. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Again, very good morning to Saravanan, sir. Mr. Saravanan Raj, the organizers, the manage. Thank you so much for inviting me at this. Good morning to Yashi Singh also, who presented AIF in its totality, with so covering all the aspects of AIF. So when I got this opportunity, I was really thinking of what to say when the expert at PMU speaks. Then after that, what remains? So what I have decided is I will take this Agri-Infrastructure Fund presentation, and every slide I have mentioned, because you wanted slides, so I prepared a slideshow in the morning, somehow around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Otherwise, I wanted to only speak, not present, but that's fine with me, as the participants would benefit from taking the slideshow or reading the slideshow. But I would like to cover the Agri-Infra Fund or its benefit from a different way than what Yashi Singh did. So it actually complements, this presentation will complement her presentation. So, if you see how India is, that we have the largest resources, you take anything, I mean, we have a net sown area of 141 million hectares and a cropped area of, on an average, 219 million hectares, which we actually engage into agriculture. 46% or 47%. Don't move these slides. Let's be on the first slide only, right? Yeah. So with this 219 million uh, hectares sown area, net sown area, and even with the grandest scheme called PM Fasal Bima Yojana, which ensures the assurance of yield for the farmers, with largest livestock which we have, largest population which is engaged in agriculture or allied. But this 46% of our population produces just 17 to 18% of GVA, which means that we need to make more efficient use of our assets than what we are doing. And Agri Infra Fund is one such instrument where we can actually make more efficient use of our assets so that our contribution in GVA goes from 18% or sub 18% to somewhere around, I mean, in next 10 years, 24-25%. That's the purpose of actually investing so much capital focused by Minister of Agriculture. And I know how focused the PMU works along with banks, having worked with State Bank of India as head of agriculture vertical and contributing almost more than one third of the total sanctions under AIF. But what I would like to have your attention is that the farmers actually take the highest risk. But where is the value to the farmers? And it is reflected in 46% people contributing in agriculture or engaged in agriculture, creating only less than 18% of GVA to this country. So my request to you is, you have heard Yashi elaborate presentation, everything she made. So my request is, everyone on this call should either, if possible, make himself or herself a agri entrepreneur, or make someone else in the family, friends, or in your circle an agri entrepreneur, because the value needs to shift from the value chain towards the primary producer. And AIF actually aims at making producer a processor. So I will view my presentation or thought around some of the slides which I've made. So it's basically empowering agri value chain for farmer prosperity. That is the theme of Agri Infra Fund. Can we go to the next slide? Yes. As I said, why shifting value towards primary agri producer is critical is that my next slide says, and we go to slide number 3, is that in India, the farmers bear the maximum risk or most of the risk, but they are at the least end of the rewards because they are not part of the value chain. They are not part of the process chain. So the purpose of Agri Infra Fund is to partially make producers into at least primary processors. And with the latest improvement in the scheme, if the project is integrated, as was told by my earlier speaker, the secondary processing also is considered under Agri Infra Fund if the project is an integrated. And one more thing which I will bring is, it's not that only the interest rate is capped at 9%, but there is an interest subvention of 3% from Union government, which makes it 6%. Plus the CGTMSE fee also is borne by Government of India for 7 years. And I would request Yashi Singh to correct in case I make any error. The interest subvention is 3%. The CGTMSE fees is also borne by Government of India. And there are certain states which like Uttar Pradesh, we may not have participants from UP or Rajasthan today, but the additional subvention by Uttar Pradesh state is another 3%. So the net interest rate to the farmer becomes 3%. In Rajasthan, the additional subvention by government of Rajasthan is 5%, over and above 3% by union government. So the net interest rate becomes only 1% for projects up to 2 crore, which is really great. And that's why I always believed, even as CGMs at SBI, is that uh, if we have to take farmer towards processing, Agri Infra Fund is the instrument which we can do. Yeah, we may go to the next slide, please. Yeah, if you see this slide, there is a skewed value distribution. Maybe the slide is not completely visible, or there are some blanks. That's what I feel. But I would tell you that the farmers are only 25 to 30% of the consumer rupee in most crop. Consumer rupee means the value, ultimate value to the consumer. Say, for example, Guntur is in near you. So the best of the chilies in Guntur are picked up by the value chain at just 22 to 23 rupees per kilogram. And if you just Google it, that at what price point the chili flakes, which you and me use in sitting in the hotels or the restaurants like, or the chains like McDonald's or anywhere, the chili flakes are sold at 2,300 rupees per kilogram. So the value at the farmer, which is just 23 rupees, goes to 2,300 rupees per kg when it is converted to chili flakes. And that is why all of you must become entrepreneurs with AIF as the instrument, and be at least primary producers to it. So obviously the aggregators, the processors, the retailers, the super stockist, and even the what do you say, digital like Amazon and Flipkart and so much, they all earn money at the cost of farmer, because farmer is engaged only in the primary producing, not the processing. Only some shift is milk, where the farmer's value is shift. I mean, sorry, the value of around half of the total processed milk is shifted to the primary producer. Can we go to next slide? Yeah. Now, what value addition unlocks for the farmer is that by enabling the farmer to process, and then AIF also enables it to have a market linkage, so that the processing unit can actually process, brand, and market directly. And we have got so many examples like that. Build pack houses or cold chains, or I mean, FPOs doing great job in multiple parts of the country, and obviously access to digital agri markets and logistics. This is very much possible. If we go to the next slide, you see the case of Amul Dairy. That Amul is a cooperative model, uh, which actually shifts 75 to 80% of the consumer price in favor of the primary producer, that is the dairy farmer. In contrast, in private dairy chains, the farmers are only 40 to 50%. But with Amul, almost 80%. It's not Amul. There are so many dairies. I just gave an example. There are so many dairies across India which actually shifts the value. But I mean, wheat or paddy or milk are the only value chain where the majority of the value goes to the farmer. But you take, say, example of tomato. Say tomato is sourced from the farmers at around 2 rupees per kilogram. That's how the price paid to the farmer at the farm gate by the process chain. If I'm not wrong, 10 kg tomatoes make 1 kg powder. So it is 20 rupees tomato, which is converted into 1 kg powder. And you can check Google or Amazon or Flipkart or any such m-commerce vertical, app. The tomato powder which you will eat all across India in your sambars or in your preparations is sold at 1,000 to 2,000 rupees per kilogram. So where is the value of the farm? And that's where Agri Infra Fund comes in as a handy vehicle of making farmer producer to farmer processor. Uh, I can tell you one success story in and around Aurangabad in Maharashtra, where there is a company called S4S Technology. Historically, the women around Aurangabad and Beed and Jalna have been working in their fields. And obviously, the kind of gender inequality we have in our country, they were not earning anything or anything substantial. So as SBI, we got an MOU with S4S Technologies, and I'm very, very happy to tell you that in last 2 years or 2.5 years, maybe less than 2 years, we have made 1,500 or 1,800 women under this MOU, under Agri Infra Fund. They are earning not less than 25,000 rupees per month. Even there are women who earn 75 to 80,000 rupees per month just by doing basic drying, cutting, packing through this MOU. I mean, all the onions or tomatoes or the ginger or the garlic are sent by the company at the doorstep of women. Uh, they have been given by us the solar dryers, and only through solar dryers and packers and cleaning machines with simple loans of around, say, 1 lakh or 1.25 lakhs, these women are now earning more than 25,000 up to 75,000 per month, and now have become principal bread earners of the family, replacing their husbands. That's the way AIF can transform lives of farmers. Yeah, can we go to the next slide? There is a FPO case study in Maharashtra again. I mean, it may be a bigger name, but Sahyadri is an FPO near Nashik, which actually is doing great. And this year's turnover is maybe more than 1,500 crores. They are exporting grapes from the farmers directly to the Western countries and earning maximum profit for the member farmers. So, I mean, SBI has also funded, and there are multiple banks which have funded Sahyadri Agro. But if you Google Sahyadri Agro, you will get to know an inspiring story of an FPO getting like a bigger, like a multinational company. And there are so many other FPOs in Maharashtra and all other parts of the country doing a real great job where the income of the farmers gets increased by 30 to 40, 50%. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah, as already presented by Yashi, is that you can have under value chain empowerment, under Agri Infra Fund, the infrastructure, that is the cold storage, grading, packing, sorting, warehousing, transporting, I mean, whatnot. Uh, I mean, if you go to RBI PSL master direction, which is available on internet, and what agriculture activities are covered by RBI as agriculture, under maybe point number 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4, in annexure 2, 3, and 4, you will get that most of the activities will be covered by Agri Infra Fund. The credit, uh, which is again an input, access to low interest loan and why I have already discussed in detail. And I am really proud to be a state banker or ex-state banker who contributed more than 1/3 of the country's total number of units sanctioned till date, and helping the farmers become at least the primary processors. Now the government has allowed farmers to become even secondary processors, where the project is integrated and it doesn't stop at 2 crores, you can have 25 different units of 2 crores each at different pin codes, obviously. So, I mean, it's not that we must think small. We can think big also through Agri Infra Fund, because there is no scheme across India, not even housing loans or car loans or any kind of loan, which are available at 6% per annum. And loans up to what? 50 crores. But we don't understand perhaps the importance of Agri Infra Fund as an enabler. So my request is with not only the 6% interest rate. I said in 2 states it is 3% and 1%. Along with, there are at least 16 or 17 schemes which have convergence with AIF, which means that, say, suppose you take any government scheme which gives you subsidy in capital subsidy of 35% to 50%. So you are anyways going to get this 35% capital free from Government of India. So the 6% interest rate only on the remaining capital or the only loan which you take. So the net interest rate is even much lower than 6% if it is calculated at the enterprise level. And that's my request, to adopt AIF more and more as much as possible. So we come to the next slide. That's the bottom line, is that please empower agri value chain. And let us try to, as manage as an institution, as students, the teaching faculty, or all the people who are on this call, spread this message of Agri Infra Fund across, so that the farmers become part of the value chain, and ownership across value chain actually will ensure equity as well as efficiency. And as I said at the start of my presentation, that making more efficient use of the assets like human capital, the land, the water, the the crops, the fruits, the vegetables, the animals, and so on. So this is the key to transforming Indian agriculture. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insight with us. You highlighted why shifting value towards primary agri producer is crucial, emphasizing how farmers bear the highest risk but receive the least reward due to skewed value distribution. You explained how value addition can unlock farmers' income, supported by real-world examples like Amul and FPO case studies. Was truly insightful and thought-provoking. Thank you so much, sir. And now we'll start the Q&A session. We encourage all participants to actively engage with our speaker. If you have a question, you may raise your hand so we can unmute you, and feel free to switch on your camera for a more interactive conversation, or simply type your question in chat box and we will read it out on your behalf. So we'll start the taking question from chat box now. So the first question is from Pranav Pandey. He is asking, is saffron farming business eligible for this scheme?
Hello. Pranav, like I replied to your message on the chat box, saffron farming or any kind of farming per se is not eligible under AIF. However, polyhouse cultivation is eligible. So if you are planning to farm saffron under a polyhouse, that would be allowed.
Yes, Shantanu sir, you want to add something?
Not at this point. In fact, Yashi Singh is the expert on our call, and I would request her only to respond. But let me tell you that there are very, very successful saffron units under the polyhouse model all across the country, and I know many of them. So, uh, I mean, I would rather promote the saffron cultivation in polyhouse or the controlled atmosphere route because of the climate risk, which is a clear danger for us. So we need to move from wherever possible conventional agriculture practices to improved or the regulated practices. Yeah, that's it.
To add to that, any kind of traditional cultivation is not eligible under AIF because it's primarily for post harvest infrastructure. So, be it bamboo or saffron or horticulture products, anything. But as an exception, we have allowed, like I told previously when I was presenting, some few kinds of specialized farming techniques involving hydroponic, vertical farming, aeroponics, polyhouse, and mushroom farming. These five things are eligible under AIF.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Then we'll go to next question. Venkat Sharma is asking, hello, I am CEO of Neil Initiative. We are making electronics machine and are implementing AI agents in the machine. And I want to know that if there is any availability of grant under AIF scheme.
So unfortunately, manufacturing of any kind of equipment is not eligible under AIF. We provide finance to utilize that equipment. See, if I want to buy a machine and set it up for processing, that would be eligible. But if I want to manufacture that machine, it won't be eligible. Detailed guidelines you can see on the portal. We have put in detail which kind of activities are eligible and which kind of activities are not. So if you can go through the portal one time, that would be really helpful to all.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, you want to add?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I can see
So
a
next,
question. We are setting up a biostimulant manufacturing unit in Maharashtra. The construction of factory is going on. Our bankers are SBI, but we are yet to apply for any loan to any institution. Could you please share the link for application? I think Ma'am Yashi has already given how to apply. So it's very easy applying on the portal. And the ministry portal has got a redirection to Jansamarth portal. And through Jansamarth, it comes to various banks. And the banks are monitoring at apex level the movement of applications.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So next question is from Shruti Conservation Labs. Does AgriSure fund comes in AIF?
AgriSure fund is not covered under AIF. Any kind of fund is not covered under AIF fully, but like Shantanu sir explained, uh, any kind of capital subsidy or interest subvention scheme by center or state can be converted with AIF.
Yes, ma'am. So next question is from Hindro. He think can get benefits from agri-tech companies which is involved in commodity trades, product marketing, inventory management, etc. based on ERP for agri input shops and FPC.
This also would not be eligible under AIA because, as such, in essence, this would come under resource. How should I say, manufacturing for digital products. So, because we provide funding for setting up of the infrastructure utilizing these resources, so manufacturing of resources of the platform of ERP or trading platforms would not be eligible. So there is that.
Yes, ma'am. Shantanu sir, you want to
In
add?
fact, in fact, what is required to be seen is that why is this agri infra fund, I mean, thought about or implemented is the infrastructure development at the farm gate, at the hands of the farmer or the agri entrepreneurs. So it's all about uh, improving the infrastructure for the farmers. So which adds value to the farmers' produce. Not manufacturing something which will help set up our unit for farm gate infrastructure. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
thanks.
Yes. So Sanjay Deshmukh raised his hand, so we are going to unmute him so that he can ask question.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you can ask a question now. You can switch
Yeah,
on your
it is a
camera
two.
too.
Okay, sure, I'll do that. So basically, see what has happened is we have been working with last few years and developed a new formulation of biostimulant. The classification issue with Agriculture Ministry facility and
We are not getting your voice clearly.
uh, a few export. So and
Sir, we
have a
cannot
bit
hear
with
you
our bank. We
clearly.
started. Hello.
No, we
Sir,
cannot
can you
hear you.
repeat your question, please? We cannot hear you actually.
Uh, I have audio is on full mode, so
Yes, sir, now it's okay. You can go ahead. Please
now
You
can you
repeat
can
hear
your
me?
switch,
question.
Mr. Deshmukh, you can switch off your video so that you get
Yeah, I
better
think that
bandwidth.
will be better. Mhm. So yeah, so what I would like to kind of request this panel for. In fact, I have visited Manage personally a couple of months back and also tried to see what help really we can get. It's very difficult situation sometimes that we get in that we have developed technology. We have been looking forward to its approval in India, but it's taking much longer than what we thought. In the meanwhile, the samples that we have sent out to other countries have been approved by them and they are willing to buy. And hence we decided to set up this manufacturing facility. Also reached out to Ministry of Agriculture for approval of the product. And the field trials, etc., have been conducted. Toxicity trials also have been conducted. So that's why we thought that we'll reach out to SBI for this particular assistance for biostimulant manufacturing unit. And it's a really high technology product. Uses a new technology known as
Sir,
elicitors
what I
for
request
plant
at this
primate.
point is, I mean, I understood. Uh,
So
I
my
would
question
request,
essentially is that
yeah, please. Yeah,
is
please
there
go.
in place for such projects or it is not there?
I have multiple answers to it. Number one is, there is no straitjacket answers whether a bank will fund a project or not. It's because it's not simple mathematics, right? Number one. So you need to actually visit the bank and then ask this question. Number one. Number two, I am already out of SBI, so I may not be authoritatively speaking on behalf of SBI also, right? Third, uh, I would like the participants to focus the questions only on Agri Infra Fund, not whether some project is sanctionable by some bank. This is
No,
not the
agri
platform.
infra. This is a biostimulant project, which is an agri infra project.
Yeah, that's okay. But whether
Hmm.
the bank will sanction or not sanction is not a straight answer, because in addition to eligibility under the scheme, there are various other factors which the bank will definitely look at for sanctioning a loan, right? And therefore, you need to go and discuss with the bank branch or the CPC which is handling your proposal. I cannot give a straight answer to any such question whether the bank will sanction or
I
not.
sorry to interrupt. I do not need any answer of that nature. I was looking forward to one particular answer. That is there any mechanism in place to verify new technologies being brought to India, and any way of actually evaluating them in an objective way?
I do not think that this fits in AIF. Maybe Yashi can say, but
No, it fits in
Agri
because
Infra Fund
biostimulant
doesn't.
manufacturing is a part of AI, right?
Hmm. But
Yashi.
certifying anything, I'm not aware about it. I mean, I
Sir,
may not.
evaluation of technology or things you are saying will not come under scope of AIF because
Yep.
your project is for biostimulant. If you apply under AIF, we'll see that it's for biostimulant. We'll verify it, provided all conditions are met, and then we'll forward it to the bank. Now it's up to bank, as per their guidelines, as per their protocol, if their criteria are met, if they find the project viable or not. It's up to the bank. The
It is
the involvement. Yes, please. Yes, Sanjay ji, please. You were saying something.
I think
yeah.
we can
So
go
my
ahead first.
what I would like to ask you for, what will the appropriate time to apply in that case? Because by
What is the
India, is that a precondition? What is the precondition for application? Because my factory construction is on. Okay, we have not taken
yeah?
any loan. We have invested earnings from the same project. The
Okay.
question I have is
So
that
so
for biostimulant,
yeah, please
do I
continue.
need any certification from Government of India to say that this biostimulant is acceptable to India? Only then you can manufacture and you can get any registration, or my export orders are good enough to qualify it as a biostimulant and get us the required funding.
See, those things would not be required. Only thing that we require is details about your process, what is the process flow, and your raw material and your end products. So we can verify it on our end that it is in fact a biostimulant and not something else. Uh, so that is the only requirement, and other than the technical requirement, which are at 10% minimum promoters contribution and project viability, project cost revenue projections. So you upload your DPR, you go to the AIF portal, you apply for the project, and we don't deny any application unless the project is like not eligible entirely. If there are any corrections to be made and adjustments to be made, we seek you out. We put your application in pending, and we seek those corrections. We even if you are not able to understand, we would even call you ourselves to guide you how to make those corrections and provide the entire hand holding support that you may need. So I'll suggest you go ahead and put your application in, and then we'll see from there.
Yes, ma'am. I think we can go ahead. So now we will unmute Mr. Sumit so that he can ask questions.
Hello. Hi, good
Yes, sir, you
afternoon.
can.
Hi, good
Yes, sir,
afternoon,
go
everyone.
ahead.
Thank you so much for such an insightful session. We are a cohort of manage only. We've recently been selected under RKVY-RAFTAAR. We're essentially manufacturing engineered wood from paddy stubble, and our currently we are using an outsourced manufacturer to sort of do the production for us, based out of Haryana in the district of Fatehabad. We are now in the process of sort of raising capital so that we can set up our own unit, which will help us do better quality control and better control over our production processes and the output as well. There are two questions. The equipment that is required. Some of it is very similar to what is required in the biomass briquette or pelletization industry. So, is there any subsidy that we can avail of? For some part of the equipment. And second question, for the rest of the equipment, which is more related to how plywood or particle board or MDF is manufactured, can we then also apply under AIF for a loan to sort of set up the rest of the equipment for the production unit? Those are the two key questions that we have.
Okay, so the thing is, although crop residue management, XC to crop residue management comes under eligible activities under
Yeah.
AIF, but the tertiary and the secondary processes for it, which involves this MDF board and particle board production is not covered. But the beauty of AIF is, if even if a part of your project is eligible under AIF, you can apply only for that part by
Okay.
bifurcating your project cost in such manner. So the briquette machine and pallet making machines are eligible, but the other things would not be.
I mean, so what I meant to say was that obviously the final briquette production unit is not what we use. So the chafing machine, not the chef cutters and the hammer mills, the pulverizers and the drying machines, they are similar to what is used in the pellet and briquette machine. That part of the process is identical. But the last bit where it is mixed with starch or finally made into the briquettes, that is something that we don't use. We change the process from then on, from that step onwards, and then obviously convert it into particle board. Now I understand the crop residue management is a approved activity. So do we split something like, okay, fine, the collection and storage of straw or stubble for that matter is one part of the project where we could potentially get subsidy to buy tractors or balers or storage, constructing a storage warehouse where we can store it, and then that is obviously the first part of the activities that we need to do. Collection, transport, storage, and warehousing of the produce of the straw. Is that if say we split the entire activities into three activities: collection, processing, collection, storage, warehousing. Second is preliminary processing, and third obviously is the final good manufacturing. So the first two might actually, if we structure it like that, the first can be under a subsidy program to say buy tractors and balers and the entire equipment and the infrastructure around waste handling and collection and storage. Does that is that a potential way of looking at how we can structure the entire activities?
Yeah. So I think you're talking about two things, whether your which part of projects would be under AIF, and the other thing is about any subsidy available.
Okay.
So first I'll answer about the second part.
Yeah.
Subsidy availability of subsidy, I'll suggest you'll have to research by yourself, or maybe your banker can guide you better,
Sure.
because there are so many options available. We might not know every one of them.
No.
So you go to your banker for that, and our good old friend Google. Yeah. And, for this first part, the collection, storage, and the preliminary processing of the
Yes.
straw definitely comes under AIF. If you want to avail AIF benefits, I can suggest you can go ahead and apply for that.
That's very helpful. We were also exploring TDB. The Technology Development Board also had an agri processing call, which was last month. Unfortunately, we couldn't apply. We'll probably apply in the next round because we're still doing some product development and we're not fully ready for our own factory to be sort of set up. But again, that is also one option where I think the interest rates are fairly low for such sort of a setup.
See, the thing with subsidies is that because AIF has a mandatory cap on interest rate,
Hmm.
so the banker also needs to agree on that if they are willing to lower their interest rate for the other scheme. So you have to talk with your banker about that.
Okay. And which would be I mean, currently, obviously, we are working with HDFC Bank, which may not be the right banker for this sort of a purpose. We'd probably need to go to a local cooperative bank or a
You
SBI
can
sort of a
explore your
bank in a.
options.
Okay. Yeah, do you mind if I could write an email to you
Sure,
and maybe
sure.
we can have a
Uh,
discussion separately?
In fact, I'll say all of the attendees in this webinar, you have my email, and you have any doubt, you can write to me without hesitating, and I'll answer each and every one of you.
Yeah, I think we can move further because we having too many questions.
Yeah.
So I also request participants to keep their questions short so that we can take as many as questions. So we will unmute Udaya Agro Farm now. Ask your question now.
Sorry?
Hello.
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am. I am Paranjyoti here, calling from Udaya Agro Farm in Tamil Nadu. See, this AIF funding, actually what happened last year, we have prepared the DPR and all the things we have uploaded. Then it has from PM office, then they have forward as per our request to the Canara Bank. Finally, what happened for Canara Bank people, they have seen that we have submitted all the documents and everything. They are asking the collateral. So our project cost was 1.68 crores. So they are asking for that one collateral for that one. I told him that what is the meaning of collateral? This is a government scheme, AIF scheme is not, collateral is not necessary because it's going to operate in the CGM. Credit guarantee. This one you can take a 1.5% the total loan value and pay the insurance, and that is the thing norms. No, we don't know that. If the government says that you can go and contact them like that, they told Canara Bank. So this is the problem. See, even your people announcing everything, but the ultimately the further the departments or whatever their calls, no, they don't follow up anything. They say they as per their likes, they say everything. What to do in this case?
Sir, actually, under AIF, although the 3% interest subvention is mandatory, the CGTMSE guarantee is up to discretion of the bank if they have the necessary tie-up and liaison with the CGTMSE, they would. But if despite that, if someone is unwilling to put your application, provide you the CGTMSE guarantee, you may write an email to me, and maybe I can get in touch with the banker, the bank in the question itself, and see what exactly is the hurdle. Because unless I talk with them, I will not be able to identify the problem. So I'll please write an email to me, or better write an email to Mr. Bimbadhar, whose email is on the available on the portal under contact us page. It's for the bankers. You can write an email to both of us, and we'll talk with the bank and see what the problem is.
No, ma'am. Actually, what happened after 6 months? There was a meeting. The people, AIF people, came to the Tiruchirappalli in front of the state ministers and everything, because they said that Tamil Nadu is not applied the schemes, and the fund is disbursement is very low.
Well, I'm not aware about that, but we have a PMU in Tamil Nadu state. I can also put you in touch with them, and you can go to the state's agriculture department. They may be able to guide you, but if you want, you can write to us separately, and we can get to the bottom of the issue.
Yes, ma'am. Next, we will unmute Mr. Atul Singh.
हेलो
Yes, sir,
Hello.
you can ask a
जी
question.
मैम, गुड आफ्टरनून। मैम, मेरे वेस्टर्न यूपी में 5 हनी एफपीओज हैं। उनके लिए एआईएफ में क्या स्कीम हो सकती है?
किसके लिए?
हनी एफपीओज हैं।
सर एआईएफ तो इटसेल्फ एक स्कीम है। डिपेंडिंग ऑन आपका प्रोजेक्ट क्या है, आप क्या लगाना चाहते हैं, क्या आपका प्रपोज्ड एक्टिविटी है, उसके हिसाब से आप एआईएफ के पोर्टल पे जाके देख सकते हैं क्या एक्टिविटी अलाउड है, क्या नहीं है, तो फिर आप आगे प्रोसीड कर सकते हैं। हनी के लिए मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली हनी कल्टीवेशन, सिर्फ हनी कल्टीवेशन अलाउड नहीं होगा, बट हनी कल्टीवेशन प्लस प्रोसेसिंग अलाउड होगा। उसके लिए आप एआईएफ में अप्लाई कर सकते हैं।
Yes, ma'am. So now we will take some question from chat box too. So Mr. Sanket, he is asking, I'm from Maharashtra. Is this scheme available for processing of onion into powder or onion paste? How much total amount can be sanctioned for the project installation?
Okay. So first part, how much total amount? So sorry, the loan amount can be higher than 2 crores, but the AIF benefits will only be for the amount up to rupees 2 crores. And then regarding the eligible activity, because making onion powder and paste is considered secondary activity. So if you include some primary processing portion of it, like sorting, grading, cleaning, washing, then it will fall under integrated processing activities, and which would make it eligible under AIF.
Yes, ma'am. So next question is from Sambhaji. He's asking, presently I'm working in NABARD FPO Accelerator program at Solapur district. I have need of information regarding AIF for cereals, pulses and fruits, etc. More than 29 FPO working. What is type help to me?
What is?
Saying what is type help me? He's saying.
Uh, what type of help is available to you? Again, I would like to iterate that you can go to AIF portal. We have there in detail about what kind of eligible activities would fall under AIF, and you can see first and then go from there, because you are working with so many products like cereal, pulses, and fruit, and so you may want to narrow some things down and then go from there. Please visit the AIF portal and decipher your needs, and then go from there.
Shantanusha, you want to add something?
Yeah, in fact, this is not the only question. There are three, four questions uh, regarding the banks or how much I will get, kind of. I would just have your attention or request your attention to the fact that AIF is an enabler by Government of India, whereby the scheme is very clear that which activities will be covered, what will be covered as primary processing, what will be covered as secondary processing, how much amount can be given, what the interest rate, subvention, and everything. But in addition to that, please understand that uh, there was a question on collateral, there was question on how much loan. So within the framework of AIF, the banker will always has assess your project based on the viability, the economics, the promoter's capability of handling the project, the promoter's past experience at times, how many units of such type exist in and around, whether there is a market linkage or not, and so on and so forth, which actually looking at the capability of the management, the viability of the project, the capital gearing of the project, the market linkage of the project, and so on and so forth. Uh, and therefore, uh, some of the entrepreneurs may have some challenges or initial challenges with the bank, and that's obvious. This is because the banks will also give your own money to entrepreneurs. I mean, every one of us who are on this call has got some kind of deposits in the bank, is it not? I have, you have, everyone has. So this money also has to be given to the applicants based on the loan policy guidelines and the credit underwriting standards which the banks uh, have, I mean, well defined. And that's why it may so happen that in case of 100 applications, maybe 90, 95 get sanctioned, 5 applications struggle. That's a natural process everywhere. I mean, uh, so please understand that the ministry has been doing extraordinary efforts all across India. The banks are also supporting the ministry and particularly public sector banks. Some of the projects individually have certain challenges. That's okay. I mean, FPOs as such, I would also like to tell you that 95% of the FPOs in our country are still input oriented, which, I mean, this is not the subject, but let me tell you very clearly that 95% of total FPOs, and there are 42,000 FPOs perhaps registered on the website of MCA, but only 5% being output oriented or 12 months FPOs. So most of the FPOs are loss making. So that is one of the key challenges the bankers face, that FPOs are, as per today's regulations, are considered a company. So whether the banks will be able to fund a loss-making company is a question. And therefore, uh, please understand that out of 100 projects, maybe 95, 98 get sanctioned, one or two will struggle or 5% will struggle. I mean, that's the reality of the day. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, next question is from Mr. Ram. He's asking, how about bamboo farming and value adds from bamboos?
Again, like I said, cultivation activities are not eligible under AIF, but for bamboo, specific activities which are eligible are given on our portal. Please go and have a look there.
Yes, ma'am. Next question is from Mr. Diwan. He's asking, our FPO Kanhaiya Lal is in Dhule district of Maharashtra, and we make ragi-based cookies, laddus, and papad, etc. How can AIF is help to export our premium products?
Uh, how can AIF help to export your products? See, AIF is for integrated primary and secondary activities are eligible under AIF. But if you are making just laddus from the flour, that would not fall under AIF. So you have to include some primary processing part, specifically sorting, grading of grains, and grinding of the grains. If you include those, then your project becomes eligible under AIF, and then you can also include a component for the export infrastructure you can set up. So first, you need to make your project eligible under AIF according to our guidelines, and then you may proceed from there.
Yes, ma'am. Next question is from Mr. Jagdish. He's asking how AIF support artificial intelligence based startup. Is there any eligibility criteria for AI startup?
Uh, Depends what again. It depends on what kind of projects you have in mind. So only the projects which are eligible as per AIF guidelines would be verified by us. So this is very vague. AI based startup. I don't know what kind of activity you are doing. So unless I know, I cannot give you an answer regarding that.
Yes, ma'am. Next question is from Mr. Abhishek. He is asking, resident in West Champaran district, but the land where I intended to implement my agriculture infrastructure fund project is located in Muzaffarpur district. Despite AIF guideline allowing projects at different locations, banks are asking me to change my Aadhaar address and transfer my bank account to Muzaffarpur. However, it is mentioned that project under AIF can be implemented across 24, 27 different locations. Could you please clarify whether it is mandatory to change my Aadhaar address and bank branch to match the project location? Or is my current residential banking and arrangement sufficient under AIF norms?
Hi Abhishek. I think I have I have replied to your message previously. Please send me an email with your application ID and I'll see what the problem is. Unless I go through your application, I cannot determine what the issue is. So please send me an email with your application ID. The email is given on the chat box.
Yeah, I
Yes,
will
ma'am.
add to
Next question.
this. Yeah, just hold. I
Yeah,
will
yes.
add to this is that normally the bankers will never ask. Normally, the bankers will never ask you to change Aadhaar address for multiple locations. But there would be certain thing while appraising the loan that regarding your capability of handling the 27 units or 25 different units, the financial capability, the managerial capability, the technical capabilities, and so on and so forth are obviously examined by the bankers. Again, because this is a public money which the bankers will give you, not their own money. It's our own deposits which the bank will give. Uh, and therefore, although technically the project may fall under AIF, but if your Aadhaar is in some other district, then the bank will always look at why are you not doing it in your district and migrating to other district, or maybe your capability of handling the project somewhere else. But that is not a showstopper or a rejection reason. But you need to convince the bank with your capability of handling and executing a project at a different location or multiple locations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So next question is from Mr. Rishi. How to connect AIF to lower farmer to increase their livelihood?
Sorry, what's could
He's
you repeat?
asking, yes, ma'am. How to connect AIF to lower farmer to increase their livelihood?
Uh, Our state PMUs are on a drive. We conduct regular campaigns and workshop with the small farmers, with the training centers that may have that we can cover. We have district level officers also. So those activities are going on. But if you have any connection, if you have a community like that, you can contact us and we can arrange for some kind of awareness session that we can conduct. We can come and attend, or we can attend via video conferencing like this. So if there is something in your mind, you tell us, and if there is not, you can connect to your state's agriculture department. They will definitely guide you.
Yes, ma'am. So next question is from Mr. Sheikh. He is asking, I am dairy professional and retired employee from dairy department and wants to establish milk processing plant. It may be cost around 5 crore. Am I eligible for the scheme and get the bank loan?
The bad thing is dairy and other animal husbandry products or projects are not eligible under AIF. But the good thing is animal husbandry department has a similar sister scheme for these kind of projects. It's called It's called Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, AHIDF. It's similar to AIF, but for the animal husbandry projects. You can go to their website and you can contact them.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, you want to add in this?
No, thank you.
Yes, yes. One last question I will take from Mr. Ankur. He is asking, I am Ankur Anpat from Agro Studio. We are selling solar hydroponics fodder growing unit to grow green fodder for cattle feeding. Can we give these machines to farmers on EMI option? Product cost is 29,000. We have approached bank also. They are not ready to give to farmers. And with this small ticket value, can you please suggest any option for financing through AIF?
Uh, Manufacturing and selling of equipment is not eligible under AIF. But for the second part of question, maybe Mr. Shantanu can answer better from the banker's point of view.
Yeah, can you repeat the second question?
Yes, sir. I will repeat the question. So product cost is 29,000. We have approached bank also. They are not ready to give to farmers and with this small ticket value. Can you please suggest any options for financing through AIF?
And I did not get what 29,000 you said.
Yes, sir. I am repeating the whole question now. So he's from Agro Studio. He's selling solar hydroponics fodder growing unit to grow green fodder for cattle feeding. Can we give this machine to farmers on EMI option? He's asking. The product cost is 29,000. We have approached banks also. They are not ready to give to farmers. And with this small ticket value, can you please suggest any option for financing through AIF?
Yeah, I mean, whether the activity qualifies under AIF or not, uh, I mean, I'd
It does
like,
not.
yeah, it will
It
not.
does not.
Secondly, as far as ticket size is concerned, I don't think that banks have any criteria of minimum ticket size or maximum ticket size. I mean, as such, the question is, uh, if you start any new activity or any new invention, it will always need some uh, some testing or or some what do you say, proof of concept, uh, and that's everywhere in the world. It's not about this case. Everywhere, whenever a concept is brought, uh, the conceptor or the initiator will need some kind of proof of concept. Again, because uh, it's all public money which the bankers give. And that's why they will satisfy themselves whether the activity falls under AIF, number one. And even if they fund outside AIF, whether the activity is successful, profitable, proven. And that's why at times the new units or the new technologies to some extent or for some time suffers or has to go through pain. Everyone has to go through pain like that. Uh, and therefore, I do not think that the bankers will have a preconceived notion of not granting loan, but you need to sit with the bankers, executing your capability that this will be a successful model. The banks will definitely be funding it. If not now, but sooner or later.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir and ma'am. So now it is time to conclude our session. But before we conclude, we are happy to share that we have launched Agri-Eureka 2025, a national level Agri Innovation and Business Plan Challenge, an exciting opportunity for inspiring entrepreneurs. And also check out our digital marketing skill for agri startups to help startup building their online visibility and grow their audience. I request all participants to visit our website for more details and to link is in the chat box. And also don't forget to follow us on our social media pages to stay updated and upcoming events, opportunities, and success stories. On behalf of Manage CIA, we extend our sincerely thanks to our distinguished speakers for their valuable insights, all the participants for joining us today, and a special thanks to Dr. Savan and Raj, Director Agriculture Extension and CEO of Manage CIA for his visionary leadership and constant support in driving this knowledge sharing platform. And also I thank my team for seamlessly conducting the webinar. We look forward to have you with us next Saturday for another informative session. Until then, take care and stay connected. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir, for
Yeah,
joining with us.
thank
Nice
you.
to see
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Dr. Sarvanan. Thanks all the participants. Thank you, Yashi,
Thank you,
for
sir.
making it so complementing each other. I mean, not. I mean, making it easier for the participants. I actually enjoyed this session full, along with the questions also interesting, and it's always very interesting to get different questions and difficult questions, because that allows us to actually uh, an opportunity to learn as a group. And I think that Manage is doing a great job under leadership of Mr. Sarvanan Raj in aggregating all of you under one roof. I mean, I'll call one digital roof now, and having this kind of dialogue. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you, ma'am.
much for inviting me here.
Also,
And I agree that having Mr. Shantanu here was exactly what a seminar needs, because we could provide answers and we could clarify doubts from two point of view, from the PMU itself and the banker's point of view. And I want to congratulate Manage to taking up this kind of webinar series. I was very excited to know that this thing is happening, and I will certainly keep myself updated for any future webinar that are relevant to me. So thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah. Thanks. Signing
yeah,
up, sir.
I also have small request to the participant. If they can switch on their camera, we can take one screenshot, all of us.
Oh.
Yes, sir, please go ahead. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was a
Thank
nice time. Bye bye.